Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here at NYU IHIF. I got Ryan Rivett. Today we'll say he's representing the Rivett Organization. And then my friend Brian Quinn, excited to say Chief Development Officer over at My Place Hotels. First of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Glenn. I appreciate it.
And the reason why I said Rivett Organization is we'll get to that in a minute, but how's it for you?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. Look, the Rivett family, they're icons, created Super 8. It's incredible to sort of be at the altar of Ron. I was lucky enough to meet him in the past, and having fun getting out to Aberdeen and learning from Ryan. You know, yet again, they've hit a sweet spot. The consumer wants extended stay, and the developers want extended stay, and the margins are strong. So it's a fun one to take to market and bring to more people.
Oh, Ryan, it seems like you've got him up on his talking points.
You don't need much. He's always got a talking point.
That's what I've always loved about Brian. He's one of the most motivated, dedicated people in our business, which I like. And I got to say, and I'm sorry that we haven't spoken more yet, but you probably love the whole family vibe of this organization, because you've worked with some of those massive companies before too.
I mean, big Irish Catholic family, and it's a family business. And I walk in the Rivett offices, and there's an electric wall thanking everybody for their service. 30-year employees, 40-year employees. It is a very special place.
Now finally we get to talk to you. The reason why we're talking a Rivett Organization is because they've got a lot of other companies that you might not be aware of. And today I want to talk a little bit about how you're kind of pulling this all together holistically in order to help create an engine that's much easier for him to sell.
So we've been, for over 50 years, we've been consistently in the business as a vertically integrated hospitality and real estate company. Couple iterations, now My Place being the newest iteration in franchising, but all of these other services and support systems have always run underneath that mechanism of franchising and hotel asset ownership. Today, Brian and I are working to make sure that we bring those strengths in and the things that are ingrained into the infrastructure we've built specifically for My Place more forward commercially. And so, you know, how do we address developers and investors' needs who are looking for a packaged investment? We have the ability to do that. And so taking construction, management, technology, engineering, and design and bringing all those forward as not requirements, but assets contributory to the franchise development prospect.
Oh, well, and that's great. You could just go in, you get yourself a property and take care of it yourself. But one of the areas that I think you've excelled at most is tapping into underserved communities that have never invested in a hotel. A lot of folks from smaller towns that might have real estate holdings there and looking to expand. And now they don't have to worry about, oh my God, I don't know what I don't know.
Look, there's a ton of opportunity when you can get partnership from the community. And so we've looked at value propositions that maybe others haven't necessarily looked at because they say, oh, the scale of the market's not big enough. The takeout value might not be good enough. And I've seen the opposite of that be true. There's so much opportunity and so much stability in a lot of those markets that we've been very successful there.
So how's that changed your ability to connect with customers?
No, I think we're building on a great foundation, right? The business model is unique. We're good at it. And secondary, tertiary, primary markets, the product works in all of those locations. I think the other powerful element of being in all those businesses is you have empathy and understanding with your franchisee, right? We run hotels, they run hotels. We own hotels, they own hotels. There's a dynamic in that where there's understanding, there's a lot of common experiences and elements that you work through. And I think it makes you a better franchisor. I mean, most of our competitors used to own and run hotels, and they've chosen not to get out of that.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, in the late 1990s, early 2000s, they went to what's called an asset-light strategy. Every single property, for the most part, was owned. But concurrently, we saw a giant expansion of all of the select service properties, and the hoteliers the owners were like, well, we could divest of the property and just become a fee-based organization. So that's kind of where that went.
Yeah, we're bridging that gap back, right? And so we're asset owners individually. Fundamentally, that's the business. I mean, everything else is a mechanism to make the business successful. But at the end of the day, we're owner, operator, developers, and at heart, and we're going to continue that. And with Brian joining the team and taking that commercial strategy forward now as we enter into what I'm calling the next phase of growth, right? We spent the last 12, 14 years at My Place stabilizing and building all of the infrastructure to be best in class. Now that we're sitting in a position at 125 or so franchises. We're ready to take the next step in and bring that scale, that infrastructure to scale.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see you embark on this next step with Brian over here, because I remember you being at trade shows early on with a small table all the way in the back of the room when you guys didn't know anybody. Yep. And now you're front and center in the conversations, landing a superstar like this over here.
The alignment has been fantastic. Yeah. And it's all about timing. I've said that over and over and over again. I mean, we're in the right spot. Brian was in the right spot. It happened naturally. And so everything that we've done, you know, always you'd look back at those days where we had the little table in the back of the AHOA convention or whatever, and go, man, that it would have been great if we would have been front and center. And many years later, we are front and center, and we continue to build that. But everything happens at the right time and on the right pace, and it's all been natural for us, just like this transition.
It's a lot of fun to see your vision now really starting to become more widespread and across the industry. What attracted you to these folks?
Well, again, I've always admired and respected the company icons in our industry to have created one of the legendary brands in Super 8. The family dynamic is clearly a positive element, and they really do treat the franchisees like partners and the employees like family, and in some cases they have become family. So that's a real core value that is alive and well when you're at the office and when you're in the field, and there's such a commitment from everybody on the team to make the hotel successful, and that's just incredible to watch. And look, the business model works. This is going to be fun to take out to market. Yeah. I've sold successful brands. I've sold to challenged brands. Selling to successful ones is a little bit easier, let's be honest. Yeah. But to be in the segment where is most in demand by the consumer and most in demand by the developer is incredible.
Yeah, and I love that you're going to be able to find a lot more potential owners out there that a lot of folks in this room don't even know exist. So that's going to be really interesting part of the story to
Absolutely.
follow. Anything else you guys want to add?
My Place convention, September 22nd, I think. Yeah, I think is the date. JW Marriott Turnberry, and this guy. Yeah. Is going to be there again. You've been to pretty much all of them, haven't you?
Yeah, I got promoted this year. I'm doing a keynote speech. Don't let that stop you from coming. Please be there. I'm going to be focused. I got a book coming out at the end of the year called Stop Running Scared, and it's going to be all about amazing hoteliers that have able to beat back the odds in order to be successful, and the lessons that all of you out there can learn from them to supercharge your businesses and your careers. But enough talk about me. Let's congratulate this guy over here again. I'm so happy to see it. And the only thing that I'm pissed off about, not his fault, my fault, he beat me to Aberdeen. I still haven't been there. There's time.
Yeah, we'll get you there. We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
All right. So for Brian, Quinn, Ryan Rivett of the Rivett Organization, and me, Glenn Hausman, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. But remember, if you aren't huge in hospitality development because you don't know how things are done, well, get a My Place hotel, and they will do it all for you. Man.
All right. Thank you, Glenn.
It sounds really easy. All right. See you guys later. Take care. Bye.